Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Vinu Anand at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such industry giant on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Vishwas Soans. He is an entrepreneurial luminary who embodies the fusion of innovation and tenacity in navigating uncharted territories. His venture, Soans Corporation, aims for profitability while also prioritizing the integration of eco-friendly practices, showcasing a deep-seated dedication to a greener future. Beyond the conventional confines of business, he is a visionary leader whose pursuit of sustainable solutions echoes his commitment to global environmental stewardship. Notably, with his venture, Zen Bhoomi, he attempted to venture into the fuel cell business and made 3 attempts to start a plastic waste to fuel conversion facility. Welcome, sir. Welcome here. And to start with, our viewers would like to know in brief about your career journey so far.
Well, thank you, Vinu. That was quite an introduction. Well, after my engineering, I got my management degree. And then after that, right away, I started a company to manufacture foundry and steel plant equipments. Company was called Premier Heavy Engineering Corporation. This was started in Baroda. That's where I got my lot of experience in the engineering field and machine development. So later, I had to come back to the family business, which was in a place called Kundapur in Karnataka, where we are into roofing tile manufacturing. And that time we used to manufacture round caps. And then, of course, that was closed later. And then we also had we have a business hotel as well. So when I came here, the tile industry was doing very well because it was there since 1930, started by my grandpa. And hotel was not doing well. So I started, Kundapur being a small place, there was no tourist inflow. So I started a package tour business under the name Soans Holidays India Private Limited and started bringing Jain tourists to this area because we had a lot of Jain destinations here. So like this, I started filling up my hotel. And as the business grew, the clientele also changed. And my clients didn't want to stay in a business hotel. They wanted more luxury. So I decided to give them some luxury in the resort kind of a stay. So I bought up an island and then I started a small boutique resort called Soans Island. And this business grew and we had a lot of Scandinavian clientele here. Then as the year went by, like things started, the in thing in the business was more of your renewable energy. So wanted to get into this line. So I started this company, Soans Corporation, which where I started with a rooftop solar installation. This was way back in 2014-15, and that time, of course, the solar installation was very expensive. I mean, double the price of now. And also, I took up a agency of a Nordic clean tech group which used to make biogas plants. So as I was studying this biogas thing, I realized that you can separate hydrogen from methane. So I was looking for a possibility of getting into hydrogen production for the fuel gas thing. So in this time, I met 3 more people who were also interested, and one of them proposed that we start a startup, and we named it Zen Bhoomi. And unfortunately, anyway, of course, to produce up to methane, it is easy. I mean, there's a lot of, you don't need technology. Even in the villages, they have this goba gas thing. But from methane to hydrogen was difficult. I mean, it was that technology was not available, and whoever had were not giving it. Our main aim was to produce this methane gas from municipal waste. Okay, so where the raw material is almost free, maybe it's minutes, so people don't want it. So our plan was that. Somehow this didn't, Zen Bhoomi didn't take off because, of course, the last part of the most crucial technology, we couldn't get it those days, and so that was scrapped, that project. I decided the other problem in the area, what we see is not only area, all over the world was plastic waste, the single-use plastics. So I decided to start make a small machine where we can convert this waste plastic into fuel. That fuel could be used in the generators or your pumps, agriculture pumps. So, and the more importantly, it was very useful to my business as well, because we use a lot of kerosene as viscosity diluters, which the same extract of this waste plastic would be used. That was actually one of the very, very good project. I all really liked it because it was giving a lot of solution for the environmental problem, as well as like, it was benefiting my business. And of course, the machine, if developed, we could make good money, which is, of course, the backbone of most of the business. And here, what happened, unfortunately, there was an accident, and we had to scrap that project as well. Anyway, right now, I'm continuing with the family business, and that's about me.
And thank you for sharing. What are some values and principles your from Soans Corporation is based on?
See, basically, most of the business, not just Soans Corporation, it's all the businesses that I have, which is partly family business, or like, since the values we are carrying on from, as far as I remember, it was founded in 1930 by my grandfather. So what we, in all our firms, not just my own Soans Corporation, what we follow is like, we believe in upliftment of the local community. So what happens is we try to employ mostly the local people. And right now we have around 500 people working in all my business together. And out of that, at least 90% are from the locals. And I remember earlier in my younger days where, of course, those days getting labor was very easy. Unlike now, those days I could remember my dad and granddad talking, saying that, okay, this area, these people don't have any work. Maybe we should start a factory there so they have some work. So those days they did venture into many things, like they were into sawmills, and they were into even decorative tile productions, and then the forest business, and even petrol bunks. And of course, they were into a lot of businesses. It's mostly started as giving employment to the local people. And it's not just the local giving workers. Even we try to support the local vendors, local suppliers, and local contractors, So when your locality improves, when you give work to them, we believe that whole place will improve. like one of the best example for this is like, any of the university towns, if you see, what we see is like all these university towns are very prosperous, especially the restaurants, your taxis, or your tourism, your hotel. In the nearby town, I mean, the restaurant may not have business, but your university towns will always have business. Maybe for the students, their father pays, that's why they spend. I don't know. But this is what I've seen, it's always the university towns prosper because the local businessmen, I mean, this will make a lot of local entrepreneurs to come up when they start a business, when these people spend. See, everybody is happy. And even in my island resort, what we try to do is we try to follow something where we use all the ingredients which is grown in the 50-kilometer radius. So, and we employ local people. So even those agriculturists or chicken business people and like even everybody is happy. So this is what we try to do. We try to use, we try to give benefits to the locals and try to reduce the negative impacts caused by the business to the destination.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
What advice would you give to our viewers who are future leaders of the corporate world?
Okay, first of all, for the leaders, yes, first of all, to be a leader, you need followers. Okay, so for a business people, they have to take care of the stakeholders. Stakeholders is not only your shareholders, it's even your suppliers and your workers and whatever is dependent on your business. Okay, so what happens is you take care of even the local community also. So if you don't take care of these people, nobody will follow you and you'll never be a leader. Okay, so taking care of the people around you, your stakeholders, is one of the most important things. And also, you have to take care of the environment, because that is another thing where we have to survive. That's what I tell.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing the values. Our viewers would be really appreciate learning all that. So, you seem to have committed to the field of sustainability. What is that makes it so lucrative to you?
Sustainability, I mean, I don't say that sustainability is that business is always lucrative. It's actually your responsibility. Okay, so of course we cannot make this world how it was a century back or maybe a decade back, but at least we try to maintain it as it is or slow down the negative impact by being responsible. Okay, so that is very important, that you have to take care of the nature here. So thing is, like, for that you have to see what is the problem, and if you can find a solution before somebody else, in that case it will be, that business will be very lucrative because you get paid the most and you solve somebody's problem. And like see, then this, for example, that whatever plastic to fuel I was trying to do, that it was designed for a small entrepreneur, like you see a rack pickers kind of a people, and the government gives them a lot of benefits to start their own business. And now if you see, you never see a piece of metal lying down outside anywhere. Somebody will come pick it up and go. In those days, we could see plastics everywhere. Nobody wants to pick it up. It was just a pain for everybody. So what I thought, if we can give value to that. So I designed a machine which was something anybody could afford, a small businessman could afford, which was less than 20 lakhs those days. And by these rack pickers, or any self-help group can take it up. So all these plastics they collect, they can earn much more from that. And well, of course, that project failed because I didn't have uh, failed because of that accident. I couldn't take it forward. But I think if it was a success, then it would have been a good project. It would have been very lucrative. And now, if you see, these plastics are getting waste plastics are getting some value. All these PET bottles you don't see on the road much in our area because there are people who process it to send it for reprocessing. So like unless we give value to this waste, and then it becomes very lucrative, the giving value part of it. Like even if you take other side in my tourism business, like in my island, what I decided, I'll make it a totally quiet area because it has a lot of flora and fauna and some endangered turtles and all these kind of things. So I decided I'll not have any loud music or big jing bang group over there. So it is difficult in the beginning. I mean, 3 New Years I went empty. Okay. If you go empty in a new year, there must be something wrong with your result. But still, I held on. But now I'm having a good business because I found a niche market who wants just this quiet place. So that's why, like, if you find the right product, it is lucrative. Otherwise, like the solar, whatever I see, like there are too many people and it's very low margin. So actually, I have quit that business.
This is nice, and there's sort of people for everything. I mean, certain things where people want loud music, some don't want. So it's very. I think it's very blissful for the people who want the quietness, who need that peace of mind. Yes. So, sir, as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
I don't think you can call anybody an expert in ESG right now in India because every time I listen to somebody's talk, there is something new. Okay, so ESG, I don't call myself an expert, but I'm still learning. Even the corporate governance is also like we are learning. I can guide because I have so much of experience in this business, so I can definitely guide the management in this line.
Thank you so much for sharing. We are building a community of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. So what are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Jishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
Well, Mr. Zisan and Mr. Mehta and his team are really doing a good job. As you see in India, most of this business, it's like mostly it's all family-run business, though they have shareholders and everything. The people on the top is always a family-owned family member. Because of course they would have started it from scratch and they built it up brick by brick. So, I mean, me being a third generation businessman, a lot of things I think, it's okay, I can manage it, doesn't matter, I'll fix it up later. That's what you think in the end. Okay, but actually you cannot do lot of things like that anymore. In the olden days, yes, that has happened. There's not so many governance and not many watchdogs. So what has happened is now all the rules are coming in because you're going to compete in the world market. And this time, every business needs an expert who has uh, proficiency in these areas with the corporate governance. And I think your team, the Shun's team, is really doing well by bringing this. He's, I think, one of the first few to start with this kind of a training program. It's just like I said, the lucrative business is like if you are the first one or the first few. So I wish him all the best. He's doing a great job.
Thank you so much for your kind and inspiring words. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Great. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute has unquestionably has expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful day ahead, sir.